Do you say anything to him?
Distracted a little bit. Well, how did he phrase that again? What?
He was telling you that your main priority should be to stick to your mission of dealing with the shadow and seeing what Dell is doing.
I will continue to do my best, Master. It is a difficult situation.
May the Force be with us all.
Indeed. So is that the end of the call-in?
Yeah.
And we take a look at the file then? Neat. Oh boy, what are you throwing at us now?
Who's all up on here in the bridge? Because I'll make sure we're all up here before I start the file.
Actually, you find Pakaz up on the bridge talking with Dirk and Jella.
I'm in the cargo hold. I was just talking to Dell.
Well, then you would have heard our entire conversation because.
I thought you were in the cargo hold, so that's what the emote said, so... Okay.
Yeah, we had to talk through the communications, which was at the bridge.
Maybe we were just too involved with our conversation.
At least in points, that's for sure.
Alright, then, as soon as everyone comes up to the bridge, I will say, okay, 2 things. The Jedi are going to send some supplies, food, medicine, the like, in order to help those prisoners. So we don't need to worry about that for now. We just have to keep them alive until the Jedi will get here, which will be soon. Second thing, they sent us a file, something about that shadow creature you guys are after. They said that they found it on a ship called the Trepidation. We haven't looked at it yet.
Let's see it.
I will then play it for everyone.
Okay, you guys see there's like a message in the beginning that says that like the security footage was recovered from the Trepidation and it was damaged and corrupted, but they managed to piece together parts of it, and that's what they sent to the Jedi. Okay, so you guys see a holographic image pop up, and it's a fuzzy image of the bridge of the Trepidation, and Pakaz is there talking with Admiral Various. And after several moments, Pakaz walks away and gets into the turbo lift at the end of the hallway. And at the edge of the camera, there's movement as a man stumbles away from the computer console and moves off the bridge towards the hallway with the turbo lift. The man seems to lurch and collapse to his knees while he clutches at the wall for balance. And he looks up, and for a moment, his face, which is staticky, becomes clearer, and you recognize it as Lieutenant Jason Arvis, who is the communications officer who is escorting you around the ship. It's hard to make out the details, but suddenly his pixelated image blurs even further, and he seems to grow larger and bulky protrusions stick out of his back. Suddenly standing in his place is the version of the shadow that you encountered on the bridge. It disappears into the shadows before leaping out to attack the Admiral a moment later. And then it seems to have recorded most of your fight with the creature as well, when Bakaz comes back onto the bridge from there.
What does this mean?
I think it means that it can't take control of us, but if there's enough of us around, it finds a host it can take control of.
You know what? I'm pretty sick of this stupid thing. Why don't we just kill it already?
That would be great. Del, have they made any progress in all the chaos we've caused? Oh wait, it's only been like 3 or 4 days. I doubt that.
No, they're still looking, as far as I can tell.
Well, who's looking for what?
Ajax and someone else are looking for a crystal thing to be used in a lightsaber to kill the creature once and for all.
This creature, it looked like it was a man before it became a shadow.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have the rest of the nodes. I think they've all been destroyed. Is that right, Del? I don't remember.
Yeah.
What'd you say about nodes?
Notes. You see, when we got off the asteroid, we had a chip with notes on it. Remember about the creature and the research to create it?
Yeah.
And we were having it translated by our friends on Thinglo.
I remember all that. What about it?
Well, we don't have it anymore. We destroyed it.
Why?
Del.
Well,
Are you talking about these decoded journal entries?
yeah.
I have that. It's right here.
That's not all of it.
You destroyed some of it. That sounds wholly unwise.
Yeah, the Sith almost stole it and got away with it, so they knew it was on Thela, so we couldn't risk them replicating these things. The notes were about the experiments that created the shadow in the first place. And so even if we had managed to destroy this one, if they had gotten their hands on it, they may have been able to replicate the feat. So yeah, we didn't finish translating the whole thing, but we thought it better.
Well, actually, they had been translated already, all the way. It's just we didn't get a chance to get a look at them.
You know, maybe we should give Ramai a call, because he never gave us the final piece, but he might remember something about it.
That's a good idea. He might actually remember something. Now we just need to get a heavily encrypted call off.
So wait, you're saying that the Sith that created this abomination, they're not the same Sith chasing you?
No, they were looking for it when we were looking for it, and we managed to get to it first.
We found this stuff on an ancient Sith asteroid from long, long ago.
And we found data in the old Jedi temple on Dantooine, making reference to a battle that took place on Ventuine. with this crystal called the Heart of Virtue that the Jedi used to destroy the Shadow the first time.
Although that brings me back to one question. If they destroyed it the first time, why does it still exist? Did they make another and not deploy it, or what?
Oh, we don't know that for sure. Or
Yeah,
if they even actually managed to use the crystal to destroy it in the battle. All we know is that was what they were planning to do. We don't know that they were actually successful, especially since the crystal was lost during the fight. They may have failed.
Well, I don't know anything about those records, so I'll trust you on that.
You say that the Jedi have fought this creature before.
There was no record of the fight in the New Jedi Enclave on Dantooine. We found a holocron at the old Jedi Temple, and it had the information stored on it.
What of the archive in Coruscant?
Well, we told the council about it, and they haven't been able to find any information.
That doesn't make any sense. The Jedi record everything. If it's not in our library, well, it just wouldn't be in our library.
Huh?
If the Jedi were involved, it would have been recorded. Some information would have been recorded.
Is Dirk on the bridge?
Yeah.
Well, Dirk, you're the reason that we suspected it had anything to do with Dantooine whatsoever, because you said you'd heard legends of it, right?
Yes, there are legends among these parts about something called the Shadow, as a planet-wide destroyer, harbinger of death.
We haven't been able to find any concrete records of what actually happened in the fight here.
Some myth and legend is the next best thing.
And how do you know it was the Jedi that constructed this crystal and not just some powerful Force users?
Because of the holocron that we found in the old Jedi Temple on Dantooine.
Holocron.
Yeah, I just said that like 2 minutes ago.
Do you still have it?
The Shadow's presence on us somehow managed to corrupt it. And I'm not sure it communicated with us before we could find it. Wait, out of character. Bazak, when we went to go back to Thanai, did I see you working on it, or do I not know you have it still?
I think I mentioned it at some point.
That I have a holocron, not, what it is.
Yeah, I don't think you know for sure that it's that one. You just know that yes,
Some broken holocron.
Kalani does, though. Kalani saw him take it.
She knows I found a holocron at the temple.
Yeah, we don't know if it is in fact the same holocron.
I'm pretty sure I told you that we found it there, a broken holocron.
Alright.
Regardless,
So it's not ripped somewhere else, right?
So you're saying this information was recorded in a Jedi holocron, and that's how you know.
Yes.
Out of character, how did we get the information again? Did the holocron projection dude tell us stuff before he shorted out? Or?
Yeah, he managed to tell us that before he shorted out, and then I went trying to find in the actual archives data on the fight, and I couldn't find anything.
But to me, it sounds like someone tried to wipe all of this from Jedi archives.
Your link with the Jedi Temple, that was secure, right?
Of course.
Can we send a transmission elsewhere via your ship?
Dirk. I'm yelling even though I know he's right next to me. Or hollering, rather.
What?
Could we?
We could try. We don't know what kind of technology the Sith have.
I mean, it's possible, but my ship sends encrypted Jedi transmissions. Whoever receives it, if they're friendly, they know it's from a Jedi.
I don't think that would matter terribly much, but the issue is, do they have the machinery to deal with whatever ciphers you're using?
Well, I don't know. I only use it in conjunction with Jedi technology. But for the record, I agree with your friend. This seems like a problem that should have been taken care of a long time ago, and now you're trying to get yourselves involved in the Resistance with a group of people that are after this powerful thing. Seems like you guys are the most dangerous thing on this planet.
Can't really argue with that point. But we're just as dangerous to this planet or any other planet, no matter what planet we're on. And until it's dealt with.
So, I know you've told me this before, but you're here because you're looking for a crystal that was used to destroy this creature.
Or was intended to.
Then why haven't you used the parade or any of this resistance to look for it? Use that as a distraction. It seems like that would be a much better use of your time.
Because I already have 2 people looking for it, and one of the reasons we came back here is because the Sith presence was so large that they couldn't move freely without detection. So if we could help free the people of Ventuine and give them an opportunity to look for it unimpeded at the same time, that seemed like the most logical, tactical decision.
Well, I don't know. I suppose you would know what's best. Maybe. I'll give you the frequency to my comm so that you can use it to find your friend. Contact him. Just think carefully in the next moves you make. If you're the people that the Sith are after, maybe you should use that to help the Resistance. Seems like you're far more of a prize than this little planet of theirs.
How do you think I convinced Darth Zergius to arrive at the warehouse personally? She's one of the people looking for us.
And the other one we saw? What did you call him, Gerard?
And Ansari.
Yes, him as well.
So, how many does that leave?
Well, there's the Anzad, Zergius' twin sister, Darth Vikra, and Darth Krufe himself, who is the leader of their merry band. Unless he's made team replacements, in which case there will still be more people after us, but we've managed to take out a few.
That still leaves, what, 4 powerful Sith users? Sith wielders? Let's just hope they're not all on this planet. Alright, you should get on with what you're going to do. I'll be in the cargo bay if anyone else needs me. Just let me know what you need from me when we're done.
Okay, so we're gonna attempt to send a message to Ramai.
I will be in the same. I will be in the cargo hold. As you need, I'm there.
Everyone sees that Dirk, Jilla, and Prakaz have started talking amongst themselves in a corner.
Del, somehow you have managed to go from a very intriguing strategist to one of the clumsiest, if one could call it that way, or unluckiest former Jedi that I have ever known. How did you ever get mixed up with... No, that's alright. I don't need to know that. You have fun. And Gerard goes into the cargo hold and goes back into his trance.
See Prakaz and Dirk in the corner with Jilla making exaggerated gestures while talking to him.
Okay, so what is everybody doing?
In the cargo hold, meditating. Well, force trancing.
Okay, so it's like 1 p.m.
Well, I thought that we were trying to send a message, but then apparently, like, Geminus stopped responding to that
Oh, a
line of
message?
inquiry.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, that's right. You're trying to contact Ramai. Okay, who's
yeah.
trying to do that?
Dirk and Pakaz and me.
Dirk and Prakaz are not trying to do that.
Well, that's what he said he was doing.
Yeah, I
We
think they
appear
got
to be in the
distracted.
corner just talking with each other. I'm probably making wild gestures.
I'll have them. Because I thought we were having Dirk help us send that encrypted message.
And so that's how the dark side creature seems to be attached to us. I'm not sure exactly. But
We're still trying to contact Ramai, yes?
oh yeah, we need to do that. Out of character, real quick. What did Dirk did? That thing I said to Dirk earlier. Was he okay with helping me out with that?
Yeah, I said maybe you missed it. I said that he was okay with it.
Okay. So at that point, I'll be like, yeah, I'll help you with that. And I asked Jilla if he wouldn't mind going and picking up the parts.
Jella will do that.
I hand him my shirt. I hand him some like 1K credits and some bus money and whatever Dirk is chipping in.
Okay.
And
So
then
Dirk.
and
What
then
were
I
you gonna
turn
say?
around to help with the whole talking to Ramai thing.
We should be able to do that while we're moving. Right, because
Where are we going?
to free. Oh, right, you weren't here. We're going to free prisoners on the outskirts of the city.
Right now.
We're using the parade as cover. Well,
I pull
Well,
my
they're-
con back up and say, Jella, get back here. Never mind. We don't have time. Sorry.
Okay.
right, so we should do that. Is John still on the bridge, or did he run off like his thing suggested he ran off?
I'm still in the cargo bay. That's where I've been since we landed here. Oh wait, no, I went into the. I was on the bridge for the thing. That's right.
Yeah, so like, well, I guess we should probably get going if we want to take advantage of the ceremonies.
Okay, well, Dirk, we should go and work on setting up secure communications, I guess.
Okay, if someone wants to help Dirk, they can roll use computer.
Okay, I will do that.
So Dirk will roll with advantage thanks to your help. And wow.
Ooh, advantage.
Sets up
Mm.
muy good encryption.
Oi, sa muy muy.
Dirk rolled a 2 and he got a 20. And a 3 and a 21. That's insane.
Yeah, that would be what? Half level bonus plus skill plus trained in it plus a little bit of an intelligence modifier.
I don't know what to say. Does he have force points?
Okay, guys, hooked up the encryption. We're all set.
Well, explain my good roll versus his bad rolls that I looked away and let him deal with some critical part of it. And I didn't say anything because I didn't know. Yes, that makes sense. So I guess we call her my.
Okay. Yeah, eventually you get through to Ramai. And I can't do his voice, so he just doesn't have an accent or a voice. Just pretend he sounds like how he's supposed to sound. Who is this?
It's me again. And
Ah, Pakaz.
turns around to look to see if Del's still in the room.
Yeah, he's still in the room. I think. Wait, you're on the bridge, right? Yeah, if you're on the bridge, that's where Del is.
So you know the journal we had you decode and stuff. Spent a lot of time on that, right? You might remember a little bit of it, right?
Oh, yeah, the journal. Yeah. Yeah, are you still investigating that? I thought we
This
destroyed it.
You're on your end, right?
Yes, it should be.
Okay, good. So, yeah. Can you tell us, do you remember the gist of what happened in the parts that we didn't get? And like, I'll read off to him the last sentence of where we last got anything.
Well, you can try to remember the last sentence, but you deleted everything that you had.
Oh, that's true. I'll roll intelligence.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Something about someone surviving, but surviving the trend, whatever, and not getting consumed, but it not taking hold. I think we're somewhere around there. Some sort of failure after some part about the creature unexpectedly getting stronger each time it dies. I think that's about
yeah.
where we're-
Yeah, there was something about that they thought it had failed, and then there was something like it hadn't failed. I can't remember exactly, but I think there was something about that. Then the creature seemed to gain some sort of shape-shifting ability, where they thought it had failed because it didn't transform into the creature, but later on it was able to transfer back and forth between the host and the creature. And that I think it said also something about it that it may have gained enough intelligence to be able to communicate. Then there was something about some Darth somebody, I can't remember, and something about the Jedi fighting on
notes.
Ventuine, I think. And I remember there was something about Sith rival factions or something, and someone was trying to convince the creature to side with them, and I guess it had gained enough sentience that it couldn't really be controlled easily, and it decided to do whatever it wanted to do. It sided with one of the Sith and something or other. Like, is that everything? We sort of are busy here. I can't talk long.
I believe that's everything. Anything else, Del?
Wait, can you just repeat the parts about it switching between people? Because we just saw footage from the Republic ship that we were on, the Trepidation, where it looked like it took over someone else's body and turned it into a monster. And
Yeah, that sounds similar to what I remember. It can shapeshift between human form and monster form.
wait, so it can shapeshift between things, but it can't. It didn't say anything about taking over somebody's body.
Well, the earlier journal entries talk about transfecting the creature into somebody else. Someone else's body.
Yeah, but then the later journals were talking about some sort of like present, like a little bit of presence on people, but then the rest of it dissipated, right? And then now you're saying there was something about shapeshifting.
Well, there was something, I thought it was more like they captured it in the amulet thing every time it destroyed a body, and then they put it into a new person's body. And every time it just became the creature. And then they tried it, and the person didn't instantaneously become the creature. But I think it somehow gained the ability to shapeshift into the creature and shapeshift back into human form.
So was the creature or being that had the creature put in them still itself?
I don't remember. It wasn't. I can't recall. I remember there's something talking about the creature gaining sentience and intelligence.
Well, I guess that's all we got to go on. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Is that information going to cause any further harm to my people?
Shouldn't.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. You too. Because we're going to switch off the comms unless anyone stops him.
Well, that doesn't really help clarify much.
No, but it does at least let us know that maybe there's someone among us is not who they seem.
Well, I guess we can discuss it further, but right now we need to worry about hitting that detention center. John, how close are we?
We are minutes away. Some number of them.
Maybe even enough to be ours. Who knows? Certainly us.
Kyrath, how far away are we? Since, we were talking.
Where are you guys going? Flying to the...
Yeah, we were flying towards the thing while yeah.
I thought John was going to take a little speeder bike and do some reconnaissance.
Well, we're really far away from it right now, aren't we?
Things in 2 hours. You don't have time.
Yeah, we don't have time. Yeah, we don't have time. Yeah. We covered
Well, you
that
don't
a long
have
time
to.
ago.
You don't have to assault it during the parade. But anywho, yeah, if you guys have been flying this,
You know what? Everybody
That's
wants
what
to
I like
go right now, and I don't.
okay, it's been like 30 minutes. So you guys are like 30 minutes away if you're flying straight there.
Okay.
So how are we going to get the prisoners out?
I don't know. I'm giving up on planning. That's not what we do. We just kind of go and do.
I mean, we can't just frontal assault this place, but I mean, the part that needs some degree of planning is getting the people out.
Edith said that they could potentially get all of the people, all the resistance members, to bring speeders to get everyone out.
Well, maybe we should talk with Edith and see how that's coming along. We haven't tried it before on this planet, but I doubt this place is meant to keep people out.
Cal calls Edith.
Okay, hold on a second. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yep.
Yep, 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 yep.
So,
We broke Kyrath, I think is what happened.
I just want to. I haven't sent Kyrath a private message in at least 10 sessions. Not even once.
Now the real question is, who's doing it this time?
Not me. I haven't sent him
Not
one
me.
even. Maybe.
I don't
It is
think
not
I've. Have I ever sent a private message? Not that I can recall.
Yeah, the only times I've ever done it, he initiated them.
Barry.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
call who? Edith? Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling Edith.
This is Edith.
How's it looking for getting people to help evacuate the prison?
It's only been 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, we're trying to plan this. We don't want to break in and find out we don't have an escape plan.
Well, if you're going to commit, then I will tell our people to get there. No matter what it takes.
How long do you think it'll take for them to get there? So we know not, break everyone out too soon.
We're scattered all around the city, so those on the other edge of the city from the compound can take up to 3 hours to get there.
That'll be fine.
How close are the people with the biggest vehicles?
Why don't we? Why don't we
I don't
say
know where
we-
everyone is. That's the whole point of going into isolated pockets, so we can't be tracked. I can get a hold of most people, but I don't have their exact locations.
Why don't we just hit it later to make sure that people can actually have time to get there? Say around 6.
Okay, so now we don't care about the parade thing.
The parade lasts till 8.
It's a 5-hour parade?
Well, the parade / inauguration ceremony.
Can you tell that we're professionals?
Yeah. Very professional. We even have those little business cards that cost, $10 a card to make, and we hand them out like candy.
Yeah, so if we're gonna have 3 hours, then and we agree on that, then Picasso's just gonna force transfer those 3 hours.
Well, it's only it's like 1:30 right now, so but if we wait until 6, that would give us time to potentially, rest up and make sure we're ready to do this. And also,
I turn the ship around and go back to the camping area.
well, there's like forest closer to where we don't have to turn around.
Yeah, the forest extends up until just a 3-mile stretch of the plains before the camp. So you could fly there from the edge of the forest in just a couple minutes. Okay, is there anything that anyone wants to do in that rest time once you arrive at?
Yeah, trance, because I need health.
Yeah, health is good.
I may have a lot
Wow,
of
what's this
health.
crazy obsession with health that everybody has? What?
Because I have less than half of my health.
I may have a lot of
similar.
health, but I'm like a sliver away from hitting half, and you've been sending things at us that generally knock me down to half pretty regularly. I would like to have more than a sliver or none. For the next
Okay.
adventure.
I'm going to triage the group and see who's hurt the worst. Treat them first.
Okay. Let me go to the map where everybody is so I can see who's hit the worst and tell you.
I've patched myself up. I'm most of the way back.
Yeah, Pikaz and Dell are the most injured, and then Gerard.
Okay, what kind of injuries do they have?
I didn't write down how everyone is injured. Does everyone remember how they in particular were injured?
Roll
Lightsaber burns.
blasters.
I remember there was that
Del got
scream,
choked.
that sonic scream or something.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
Mostly lightsaber stuff for me, I think.
Yeah, most of them are like lightsaber gashes and burns.
Yeah, I could use a single med pack use, which is all I can get anyway, so. I won't be able to heal fully in 3 hours.
Okay, so all right, so I put burn cream and bandages on Pakaz.
Because thanks you.
Okay, and the same thing with Del. He's got also lightsaber lacerations.
Hmm.
Okay, then
He also has some bruises on his throat.
Excellent. Okay. There's nothing I can really do to treat that except to recommend you not talk so much.
But people complain when I don't explain things. You want me to talk less? Like, I can do that. I thought people were
Okay,
mad
so
at me for
that
not doing
22 gets somebody their level plus 7 hit points.
So I believe the 22 was me.
And that one gets someone 23 plus their level.
So I get 20 hit points in total.
Who else is hurt?
Gerard.
Yeah, Gerard is hurt.
What's your situation?
Just over half health. Been lightsaber burned and the psychic scream.
Psychic scream.
Sonic.
What does that mean?
The
The
thing
sonic scream.
Yeah, the sonic scream.
You probably recall hearing a super piercing scream, but it was you were too far away from it, so it didn't actually hurt you. It was just very painful for your ears.
So you got tympanic membrane ruptures or what? Can you hear?
Here, barely. I've been using what sight I do have to sense the vibrations of people's vocal cords.
Okay, fixing a punctured eardrum requires surgery.
Alright, it is better since I've been using my trance, but the burns are still getting to me.
Have you experienced any tinnitus or vertigo? Those are both common symptoms of ruptured tympanic membranes.
Not as of yet.
Well, keep your eyes peeled for it. And then I treat his lacerations. Who's next? Kalani, what kind of shape are you in?
I'm trying to remember what else I was hit with. I know there was the sonic thing and something else, but I don't remember what it other
Force
thing
lightning?
Was that it? Yeah, probably was it. So, yeah, I'm a bit singed. And there was that scream thing. Hit me too. Ow.
Yeah, Durat gets your level plus 18 health. I was talking to Durat. You can disregard that.
Level plus 18. Okay.
Okay, so Kalani was struck by lightning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to check her for cardiac arrhythmia and also possibly ruptured eardrums as well. That happens sometimes with lightning strikes.
Well, on top of the sonic scream, so ow.
Okay, so Colin, you get your level plus 7 health. How are we doing on med packs?
Oh, I only have 2. So I used those on Picaz and Dell, I guess. I don't need those to treat injury, though, right? Do I?
Yeah, you do.
I have a medical kit, though.
Yeah, the medical kit is for performing. No, surgery kit is for performing surgery. Medical kit is for treating poison and disease and radiation and death. The first aid is just with.
Well, do any of you guys have med kits? I remember I got a bunch when we were on Trepidation. I handed them out to everybody.
Yeah, I have one. So I'll just mark that off as used.
Yep.
Anybody else?
Gerard has
Mine's out.
But that's okay. Gerard usually force trances on everything anyways.
Kalani, you said you had already used yours?
Something a while back, yeah.
What about you, Del?
Yeah, I gave you mine already earlier as well.
Wonderful.
Okay, well then I can't treat Kalani or Gerard after all. Just Picaz and Del. Well, wait a minute. No, because I had 2, so I could treat Del with 1, and then whichever one of you 2 is injured the most with the other.
Gerard.
Okay. So sorry, Kalani, I can't treat you. I don't have any more med kits. Med packs.
We're gonna need to get some more of those, won't we?
Probably. I imagine they have some small amount of supplies like that where we're going, so we'll just take whatever handful of med packs they have. Hopefully they have at least 2. If you see any supplies that aren't weapons or that are useful enough, just make sure to pocket them if you have the time.
Okay, so after several hours, Edith contacts you again. Well, actually, no, Edith doesn't contact you. Liam contacts you and tells you that there's people set to arrive.
How many hours? Because I'm force trancing after the healing thing's happening.
Well, if you wait till 6, you're how many hours is it till this? This is probably like at 5, so 4 more hours later.
How much do you get from the first trance?
Your level.
Your level,
Level
per hour.
Constitution modifier.
Yeah, plus Constitution modifier. Kalani, how badly hurt are you? Like in literal terms of health.
I have 77 out of 112.
All right.
So,
You used the med pack. You used the med pack on Kalani, not me.
what?
I'll be full by the time, or close to it, by the time 5 o'clock comes by. I just need.
Don't you have even more health? What? And hurt,
Yeah, but I
hurt
can
worse?
take more damage.
I'm confused. I can force trance too. How much is it? How many hours have we got? Missed?
5 if you just meditate the entire time from 1 to 6.
I'm gonna be fully rested up after 2, so I'm gonna be walking around.
I'm done after 3.
Yeah, I think I'll be fully healed after less than that.
Great, so we have non-trance time to actually like plan things a little bit.
Someone should put John in a trance so he can heal too.
Yeah.
I've suggested that before, and it's never.
Yeah, no, it's been a no-go.
I've given up suggesting it. Now, if one of the other Force users wants to try and suggest it,
No,
because they've
no.
never suggested
I mean,
it.
technically, I can force it, but I'm not gonna do that because that'd get scary. Don't want to do that.
He'd also get mad
Yeah,
when
we
he
don't.
woke up.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we gonna BA Baracus this?
Take your medicine.
Here, John, we made you a nice creme brulee with some tapenade and some toast points as well. Sit down, enjoy the meal. Inject with sleeping poison or sleeping medicine.
I ain't getting on the plane, fool. No, you just pretend you're giving him a back rub while he's eating. It's like, you're feeling good, you're okay, you're up to this, and then all of a sudden he just falls asleep.
Yep. You doing okay?
Well, Del could use more Tro on him, but then he would just be even more upset at Del, so that would be a horrible idea.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
That's
I
what I
don't
was
need
suggesting.
that. I don't need that.
You're
Everyone
the last
already hates
person
Del.
who should be trying that.
Although, can people's opinion of Del get any worse? Like, I'd have to start
Yes.
killing party members. I think.
I think this is
Elon
the
doesn't-
last step of getting worse before killing party members.
True. Elon doesn't know about your deception for Ajax, so you can go deeper. Just think about that.
Elon's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, there
Is,
are worse
is,
things
is,
than
is
that.
there any way to get in contact with you guys while
They're
you're
in
in
hyperspace.
transit?
In
I've been
transit,
keeping
no.
tabs on them.
I mean, according to Star Wars lore, there are types of HoloNet receivers that work while you're in hyperspace.
I don't know why you guys want to keep tabs on us. We're literally just sitting in a box waiting to get to a ship.
Interdictor cruisers are a thing.
In this,
That no longer make any sense in Star Wars world if you can.
Just don't talk about it. Just don't. Just
If you
don't.
can
It makes me
enter
so mad.
hyperspace while on a planet and
No,
fly
just-
behind air
no.
shields with
No, not talking. No,
canon,
not relevant. Okay, so what are we doing now?
Is everyone even up by the time you're up?
Okay, so I guess we'll fast forward. So it's like 5:30 right now. Liam just said that there are people standing by. That if you give the signal, they can start coming in to grab some prisoners.
Are you ready to go?
Do we have a plan?
I'll give you guys a little bit more detail on the layout that you guys can see from the map. So, the compound is roughly like square shaped, and there's like a front entrance.
Do a drawing. A very rough, crude drawing.
Okay.
Here's my sand, and here's a stick, and see, we go over
So
here.
the place has a double layer of walls around it, like so. And there's like an entrance over here. And then it is like this.
Is that a parking lot, I assume?
This. And like that. And this
So
is an
that's the front
entrance.
parking
And then there's like a cargo port over here. And there's also like an aerial landing pad over here. And there's an interior courtyard here.
Does this vessel have Sith credentials?
Yeah, it's a Sith freighter.
It did when we stole it.
Yeah, but now
So-
they know we stole it, so it might be on a watch list of some sort.
Wait, Barry, can you not see the map?
Oh, I can see the map you drew, but
Oh, okay.
before
my
you drew the
opinion.
map is when I posted that, and it's a nice blue planet. The droids in orbit over to the side look a little off, but okay.
In my opinion, we should go on foot. Worst case, we have one of the transports grabbing the prisoners from here, drop us off at our escape vehicle on the way out.
Can you set up a way to pilot the ship from your data pad?
I think you're confusing Picasso with Fikra.
It's still an idea. Okay, shush you.
Or better yet, we could just leave Dirk and Jella in here.
Can they fly the ship?
I mean, I think it's a basic everyday skill like driving a car.
I mean,
imagine.
so
As long as they
since
don't
you were
have-
talking with Jella earlier, I guess he told you that he actually he used to be a smuggler, so he can fly a ship.
I think Jella can.
I read a lot of expanded universe novels, and as I recall, it requires specialized slave circuitry to accomplish.
And I imagine just pretty much anyone, unless they're doing, fancy stuff, can do normal driving of a speeder. Yeah, as long as they've grown up on a world where that's common.
I recommend we dispense with the subterfuge and just do a frontal normal assault.
Oh, I agree. But we're just talking about who's going to be our getaway driver. Get our vehicle to us when we're going to get out. I mean, Jella, I think, would be perfectly capable. I imagine Jella's here. Right?
Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah,
You were asking him a question? What?
Yeah, I just turned to Jella as I said, I imagine Jella's capable of driving for us.
Yes, Jella is capable.
So we leave them parked a block or two away.
Okay, also, Bob comes up to you guys, and he says, I have been inventorying the supplies we took from the supply depot.
Good initiative, Bob.
We have 2 crates of heavy rifles, 1.5 crates full of sonic rifles. We also have 10 sniper rifles and 20 heavy pistols, along with associated ammo. I also located this weapon, and he holds it out. I believe it is a prototype.
What is it?
It appears to be some sort of heavy blaster assault rifle that has been modified to fire incendiary ammo. It also is loaded with a grenade launcher.
Somebody wanted to explode stuff.
Kaz turns to John.
John gets a new toy.
Is that for me?
Would you like it?
I guess so.
I mean, well, if
It's
you
a
would
gun.
like it, there's these other things here you can take as well.
Oh,
Okay.
the enthusiasm, John. The
Bob hands you
enthusiasm.
the weapon.
Okay,
It appears to use special incendiary ammo. There are 10 packs of ammo in the crate we received, and each pack contains 20 ammo. We also have 20 of these specially designed grenades that appear to launch from the below barrel of this rifle.
okay, I examine the weapon, take a minute to familiarize myself with its manual of arms.
I turn to Jilla and Dirk. And Dirk, you guys got guns and stuff, right?
Yes, we did.
You,
So what is our plan of attack?
I was imagining just blast the door down and kill everyone who isn't a prisoner inside.
The front door?
Loading bay would probably be better, easier to load prisoners on there and get vehicles in there to load them. But
I think a full frontal assault is suicide, but I'll go with whatever you guys do.
I think we should take our quick 5-10 minute break real quick before we begin the assault and planning in earnest. And by planning in earnest, I mean just the initial action to initiate the assault.
I could go for a 10-minute break.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, let's take a break here.
Sounds good.